of the GBP Roast Show. We are here with JP, Keith, and myself, who is sick, which is
Oh,
which is why I'm crossing my arms and just laying back and
Staring
being
off into the
still.
distance.
Yep. Are you feeling better, Keith? I mean, I know you were sick for
yes,
a couple weeks. You
I'm
feel all better?
on the mend. However, like something like snuck up on me on Monday, and I'm like, no, I will not get virus again. So I
I
went to
still
the
have a
gym.
little bit of sniffle and a little cough here and there, but it seems like ever since I was sick for 2.5 weeks, it hasn't really like fully gone away.
Oh man, what the heck? Yeah, I mean, I take my zinc and vitamin C, but I don't know. Let's go. Let's get the intro going, guys. Let's see here.
Hey, GBP roast, GBP roast. Sorry, you in danger. Right now, I gotta flame you. This is GBP roast, GBP roast. On your Google business profile, it's about to go down. We roasting and reacting. We ain't come to play. 20 years in SEO. JP, Lambo, and Dre, bringing facts and guests. Oh yeah, we bring the dopeness. Welcome to the show. Hope your profile don't get roasted.
Yes. Okay. Let's get right into it. Any wins this past week, guys?
I'm still working on this new HVAC client. We did have a little argument, not argument, I should say, but he wants to do like include plumbing and electric too, which is kind of part of HVAC. But I said let's start with HVAC first and kind of grow that part of the business first, and then we can kind of start jumping into those other categories. And we're kind of progressing. We've made a lot of progress on our platform that we're building. Hopefully we'll have something up probably within the next month and a half, which is actually pretty short in comparison to what dev time takes. So should have something up and running pretty soon. I got a lot of little side projects going on as well, and just trying to stay busy this year. So
Love it. Keith.
Yeah, one of the nice things is that when you repeat things from the past and you can just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And so I love making pricing pages for my customers, right? Because people are always looking for a cost. So I just dropped out to the internet world an AI writer using ChatGPT. You just put that simple prompt in and bam, zips it right out. So I got a lot of good positive feedback and I use it. So that was a lot of fun because there's nothing better than publishing your page and then you're like, oh no, you roll the dice and boom, it hits first page, hits number one.
Love it. And for myself, I actually got 2 discovery calls booked on my website, which is awesome. I getting those just random discovery calls from someone you don't know. And, so looking forward to meeting them later on this week. And again, guys, so if you guys need have some type of website, make sure you put a form out.
There is one more thing. Me and Brian Cato started a new kind of side project where we're actually doing consulting and analysis for negative SEO. So if you guys have any possible attacks that is someone's doing to your brand or website, reach out to us and we can do a full analysis and get some mitigation for you as well.
Got it. How's Trident marketing going, guys?
It's going good. I think we have a new Valentine's special we're going to be launching probably later tomorrow. So it's still invite only right now, but you definitely want to jump on board because we just had a really great call yesterday about backlinks and anchors yesterday, which went really well. So you definitely don't want to miss out. And Keith, do you want to share maybe that Forbes article real quick? Just talk about it maybe.
Repeat again.
The Forbes article you sent me, kind of the importance of building a group and community.
In the general marketing world, people really are just getting overwhelmed with ads, and it's all just blank stares from people, right? Like they're really going to forums. And obviously we know from Quora and Reddit, because they really want to connect with the community. So that's one of the nice things that we're doing with Trident is, Jordan and I have like combined 35 years in SEO experience, specifically in like almost all small business. So we've got our friends who trust us and they're like, well, we want secrets. And they're like, there's not secrets. Like, this is the community. We can talk about SEO. We can solve your problems, solve your client challenges. And that is what really is what people like when they go to spend or buy, they want to be able to connect with the community and get the general feedback from that social network.
Love it. Millennial Money Mom is in the live chat. Hello, hello.
Okay.
Okay, so we had a couple questions that came in. One is like, what is the difference between ranking maps and organically? I was told that if I rank well organically, I should rank well in maps. So how would you respond to that?
It's two different algorithms, right?
Yep.
So maps is its own little beast. It's obviously influenced, as we know, proximity, your prominence, like how strong your brand is. That is somewhat related to the site, but reviews, right? Guys who have terrible websites can have strong reviews, and that will just really show a big difference in results.
Yeah, and a lot of times too, you don't even technically even need to have a website to rank on maps. I mean, if you have pretty strong presence with your branding and reputation, it's it's about what Google thinks is going to be the best option for a consumer. There's a lot of things that go into account, consumer, search history and kind of things that Google follows you around everywhere. They know where you're shopping, knowing where you're stopping to get gas, and know where you're going out to eat. So they at least probably 50% of users or more have an Android phone, and so they're tracking everything that you're doing. So ranking on maps, again, it is separate, but think of your website as being a way to support your Google business. And your website is which your Google business helps validate your website, but not the other way around. Your website is a way to support your business overall. And so that's why the way we teach when we kind of build our pages, it's really going there to support your Google business. So it is, beneficial for you to have a website. But they are separate things. Finding your business on Google search and you see the 3-pack in there, you may get different results if you just go to Google Maps, even searching from a mobile phone, desktop, and things like that. So there's a lot of things to take into account.
Love it, love it. And the next question, it seems like it comes from another fellow SEO because they're asking, what is the going rate to optimize GBPs for businesses?
Yeah, a small business owner can ask that too. It's like,
okay,
they think, right? They think they need their map optimized, which of course maybe they do. But here's the reality. 80% of what Jordan and I do is just the fundamentals. Like we give out videos, we give out white papers and instructions. Hey, if you just do these things, that is at the core going to help you with optimization.
Yeah.
You do not want to go down the fake review route. Just earn them naturally. I don't even know what people charge because I don't offer that as a service.
Huh.
Crazy, I know. Well, what do you offer, right?
Yeah, what do you offer?
It's like, I put the website with the GBP together because they do work together. And if people want to buy from you, right, they're going to click and go to the form, learn more, see all the more in-depth details.
Yeah, if I'm doing something kind of standalone, I'm in some of the packages now. I am including a brand new website, but if it's something just Google Business, going rates you should expect anywhere between $750 to $1,500 a month. I have one client where all we do is their maps, and they're about $1,200 per location. But these are in pretty big areas. I mean, these are like you're looking at like the Chicago, Miami type of cities. So. Knowing it just as a business owner, I mean, everyone's gonna have different processes. There's multiple ways to do this. So Just know that going in as a business owner, you're probably going to be looking at least, $600 to $800 at the very least, depending
Yeah,
on
it
your
really
brand.
it depends on how competitive the niche is, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And honestly, a good quality SEO should just look at your city, your area, competitiveness, and maybe they'll just say, "Hey, sir, for $500, let's just optimize this. You keep getting the reviews, and
yeah.
you're done." Like a one and done kind of a service.
Got it. Great stuff right there. Okay, let's get into our reaction, guys. Let's get our first video going here. All right.
Yes, my favorite part.
Rename the images before you upload them. So instead of having something like image_123.jpg, name it something that's specific to your business, like bestpizzaindallas.jpg. That's going to tell Google, I guess, more specifically what that photo is about and will help you with your rankings. The second thing is to add location data to your images before you upload them using tools like GeoImager. What this does is allows you to put whatever latitude and longitude you want into the metadata of that photo, which Google then reads. If you take a photo with your phone, it'll automatically be in there. If it's not the correct latitude, longitude of, let's say maybe you took that photo, 2 states away for whatever reason, and you brought it back, but you want your business to rank in there, you need to have more, something that coordinates more with your location in there. So changing the latitude, longitude in there is going to help. Now, if you're using like a stock photo, you're going to want to add that into there because that metadata won't be into it to begin with.
Oh man, you guys
doing
were
so
just
well.
going crazy on that.
He started so well, and then just fucking tanked.
All right, so file naming, that is a good best practices.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you
Yeah.
definitely image search is a big thing. You definitely want to at least optimize your images. At least have the title in there, maybe associate it with your brand. There's a lot of ways because if someone does a brand search when we go over our tech today, we're going to be going over a couple of things like that. It's like you want to be able to associate your images with your brand. And guess what? You need to use real fucking images. Stop buying stock photos. If you're a plumber, if you don't have real photos, then you might as well just shoot yourself in the foot.
And he mentioned stock photos, adding stuff to stock photos. Nothing. You wouldn't use stock photos?
No. Why? We have cell phones. You can't take a picture of your van in your work truck or anything like that, or take a picture of your hair salon. Like, come on. You don't need stock photos for that. You have a
Being
camera on
more
your
real
phone.
and genuine, and you have an entire movie studio right here, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't want to be in the photo, ask a friend, ask a model, ask a customer.
I mean,
But
don't wear PJs to work, but
that's where the GPS longitude latitude comes in. When they take a photo and then they see the location and then you upload it and use it,
Yep.
boom, there you go. That's how it works, guys.
All right. Let's get the second reaction video here.
Right? I've filled out my Google business profile. I've, filled out all the fields. I've optimized it. My name, address, phone number are correct, and I've put that into the important directories. So what else can I do? My answer would be activity. Be more active on your Google business profile than your competitors. More photos, more updates, more promotions, more review generation and responding to those reviews. You just have to outwork them. So multiple times a week, every day, you should be posting pictures from job sites or from your location, for example. So just more activity, and that will help you beat out those competitors.
Yeah, yes and no. Yes and no. The activity that is good for you is, yes, going out and taking pictures and uploading to your GMB, right? But remember, it's not about quantity, it is about quality. So maybe you could show a before after, right? You could show your workers, show, locations of where you're at. Just posting and having events and doing these updates, that's not a big driving factor. Activity, really, he should change the words to engagement. You need consumers to want to engage with you. So first they have to find you. And then when they go into that GBP, it has to be interesting. But it's not about this constant posting. That's like, it's part of the reason why I just don't offer a dedicated GBP service, because we do things that really move the needle.
Yeah, and that's a good point too. You're gonna find, if you're a business owner watching this, you're gonna find a lot of agencies that are offering a cheap service to kind of get your foot in the door, and they'll say, hey, we'll go out and write 100 posts a month, and that's great and all, and that's activity, but I mean, posts are a very minimal signal that's going to help you rank. You're not going to rank with just writing posts. So be careful who you work with. It can be an advantageous service to have, but activity isn't everything.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our last reaction video here.
Uh-oh.
Our buddy.
Or buddy.
About an underutilized yet
yes!
powerful tool for boosting your local search presence. Press releases do more than just announce news. They create valuable digital footprints that search engines use to establish your business's local authority. So when news outlets and local websites publish your release, they create valuable backlinks that signal to search engines your business's importance in that local market. Unlike forced keyword stuffing on your website, press releases allow you to naturally weave in names, neighborhood references, local points of interest, and landmarks in ways that search engines actually reward. It's about being natural and not forced.
Now, we need to preface with Randy is a PR supplier. So he's obviously not going to say PR sucks, right? But in Trident and a lot of times with our strategies, PR is key. I just gave a consultation yesterday to a guy because he wants to rebrand. And it's like, publish the new site and then run a press release about your new brand. And he's just like, boom, of course, right? Like, I need to announce it to the world with these trusting links of who I am, and what I'm going to do, so that when he switches the GBP, he doesn't lose his rankings.
So the only thing that I'll say is, don't look at press releases as a way to get backlinks. Use it as a way to build your entity, which is another word for brand. Press releases you can do extremely well and get a lot of exposure and give you a lot of positive reinforcement for your Google business by getting a press release and not even having to link out to your website. One of the biggest things that we teach and that is very prevalent today is, if you guys watched a couple episodes ago, I basically went over all the kind of beginning stages of what Google looks for. And one of those things is prominence. And you don't have to have a backlink to build prominence. The whole point is to have those brand mentions. Those are the points of why people love building citations, is because you can get a quote unquote link by just someone or another website mentioning your brand. So again, press releases can be great and beneficial, but again, don't say I need to go get a press release because I need backlinks. Don't look at it that way. Look at it as like I'm building brand and presence.
Yeah, exactly, JP. Another big super important thing, not all press releases are the same. It's how you utilize them. The anchor text, any embeds, the words and how it's done. And those are obviously things that we expand a lot on in Trident, where you just, can you just go order one and it will help you? Yeah. Are there better ways to increase your ROI with the press release? Absolutely.
So how often are you guys actually doing press releases? Is it just when you first get a client? Is it once a month? How often do you do press releases?
Mine probably about maybe every other month. If it's a brand new client, it's usually kind of a one-time thing, and then maybe wait a few months down the road. Press releases aren't a standard kind of activity that a lot of brands do. Press releases are huge right now in like crypto space. If you're like building, there's so many new coins that are coming out. You'll see new press releases even for the same websites coming out literally like every day for a coin. So that's pretty aggressive branding style, because those press releases are trying to just keep those things moving along so they stay present and current with the times. You don't necessarily need to do that for local business and plumbing or anything like that. So
if you really have news, right?
Yeah, if you have something news
to say, hey, I got something to say, right? That's perfect. Be legit, right? Quality, not quantity.
Yep.
Love it. We got a question here from the audience from Jose. Jose asks, how have you guys seen legit reviews get removed from Google recently?
Yeah, there is a bug that they announced 2 days ago on their Google support. It was still a little vague what they said, other than we know that there's a count review bug, right? However, it's not just, you had 500 and now it says 400. The actual average of the count has changed too. So something's definitely happened. It's almost like someone started to code, hey, we need to get rid of all this spam, right? Okay, boom.
Oh,
Wait,
too much.
they forgot to close the code, right? And it only got half done. So
Yeah.
what?
All right. All right. So let's get into our next segment of the show. Oh,
Yeah, we're going to verify some GMBs right now. How we doing?
JP's Tech Stack Talk. JP, what's going on the tech?
All right. So today we're going to be talking about, I know this is a very common question. We kind of saw that in that reaction video. We've done everything right. What's kind of the first steps that we can do as business owners to really start getting some movement? I just grabbed a local company here in my area, Gills Electric. So big shout out to this family. They're third generation electric company based out of Oakland, California. The first thing you should do that you can do as a small business, or if you're trying to do some of this yourself, is just type in your brand name in Google and see what pops up. Do you get this with this is called a low knowledge panel. So do you see your business name show up here? How does this look, to you as a user? I'm seeing, 3.6 average rating stars, 16 reviews. I'm thinking, man, I need to start, getting some more reviews. If your website isn't popping up first and your Google business, that's a problem. Because you have a huge branding issue and you need to start doing some more branding. What are some other websites that you're on? Things like Yelp. Yelp is still a huge platform that people like to go to, especially for restaurants and salons, that people love to read reviews. Yelp is a little bit more strict than the review system. So, for reputation, people still love using Yelp. Better Business Bureau, another huge website that's more on the trusted side. So if you can get listed in the Better Business Bureau, people do look at that. And also too, you'll see something here kind of pretty interesting. You see this little section that says reviews from around the web. So this is what I call brand gossip. This is where other places, other websites besides Google Maps is talking about your business. So, are people talking about you throughout the web? Having a LinkedIn profile, having your Facebook profiles. So Google allows you to list all of your Google, all of your social profiles. So make sure that you add them in there. You can add Pinterest, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. So when someone searches your brand, does your Facebook profile show up? Does your TikTok profile show up? And then there's other places depending on your type of business. Nextdoor is a big place for people to find, home services, things like that. If you've done your branding correctly, you should at least cover the first, 3 to 5 pages of, different properties and citations and directories where people are talking about you. Another big one too that I love personally right now is if you look at the top here, you'll see images. So what are some images that are associating with your brand?
Not geotagged.
These are not geotagged. Exactly. News, we talked about press releases. Are there any news outlets, talking about you? Have you done a recent press release? And you can find out some newsworthy things that have been published. And one of my favorites is forums. So this is a great place. If people are talking about your business, they're probably going to Reddit, to Quora, to other types of forums. So try to find maybe some forums, related to your type of business where people are talking about you. So before anything, we really strive on building a strong brand. So, like I said, go back to Google, type in your brand name. If you're having problems and you're not showing up here, then there's something seriously wrong and you need to fix it. Then once that kind of happens, you start to build your brand, then you need to start focusing on your reputation, and you're getting found through multiple marketing medium channels. Start asking for those reviews. Not even just someone found you on Facebook, maybe start getting some reviews from Facebook. Like you see here, they have reviews coming from Facebook, from Angie's List. So it really comes down to just branding first, and where is your business found and how is it found on the web. And that's all I have for today's Tech Talk.
Got a good question. For when it says reviews from the web, we saw Angel's List and Facebook. Have you seen other places that gets pulled into that little area?
Yeah, there's seen some. I mean, Facebook and Angie's is a big one, especially. It's going to be a little bit different depending on your business. I've seen Foursquare in there. I've seen, what's that other one? The travel.
TripAdvisor, maybe.
TripAdvisor. I've seen TripAdvisors in there. It's going to depend a little bit based upon, your niche and, what you do. Real estate companies, have even seen like Realtor in there, some other big real estate sites in there. So it's going to be niche dependent on what goes in there.
And keep in mind, Apple will pull their reviews, with Apple Maps from Yelp.
Yelp, yeah.
People, totally forget.
Got it. All right, let's get into. We have a question here from Millennial Money Mom. How do you stay up to date with Google support updates like the one you just mentioned?
Pray.
I've been in this for a long time. I know when they're doing updates. I look at patterns, but the forums are usually a great place. They used to do a really good job on Twitter, or X now, but they don't really do a ton of updates. But you can follow the Google Business community forum to see a lot of things that are happening there. Just kind of a rule of thumb, if you're making changes and edits to your Google Business, don't do it on the weekends, don't do it on Friday afternoons. That's usually when they do their big updates. So just kind of a little tidbit of advice. But yeah, I've been doing this since 2008, so I see patterns and see what's going on.
Got it. That's actually interesting. Yeah,
that are pretty good on Facebook. If you're active there, the local SEO group by Dominator. Local Dominator, that one's really good, by David Holgate. And then Stephen Kang has the SEO Signals Lab. Typically, if you just pop in there once, twice a week, and you can scroll the old stuff and see posts that are more active for sure.
Got it. Love it. And that's a very interesting call out. You said by not updating like on late Fridays or on the weekends.
Yep.
And yeah, just so it's just, yeah.
I mean, don't even write a post. Like, don't even reply to a review.
All right. Okay, let's get on to our next segment here. All right, let's see what we have going on here.
We're gonna break the internet. Watch out.
La 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 la, Lambo's World. La 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 la, Lambo's World. Lambo likes conversions and SEO too. That's Lambo's World.
All right, let's share the screen, press the right buttons, and boom, bizzity boom, let's go. All right.
Okay.
Not to scare you guys, but this is the presentation that they will not allow me to go to events anymore and present. Okay.
What?
Yeah, let's just go for it. And there's going to be a quiz and some interactive. So if you're paying attention, just be ready to have some fun. Okay. You get all the free sex, right? If you saw this on a site, right? And oh my gosh, I already see the servers crashing with all the buttons on the sign me up now. But let's just, it's crazy, right? You're like, oh, come on. You're really? But look at the power of these words in this headline. These are like 5 of the 10 most powerful words in CRO. First of all, we're using you. Then we got get, and then free and sex. And then all, you're also saying, you mean I get it all, you know, me as a selfish human, no one else gets it. Dre doesn't get any. I get it all. Yes. What are you thinking? You're like, yeah, sign me up, right? What are you going to pick? You have a moral concern? You know, oh, this is just ridiculous. Lambo's being crazy. Nothing's for free. Or even, you know, something else, nothing above. What we're exploring, obviously, is really how the why of how people think, right? What would really get you to say yes, right? Why do people buy, right? A lot of times it is, of course, those feelings we've talked a lot about before. So what did you pick any of those, boys? A, B, you're not talking. Okay, so
Go back.
I see A in the chat is like going overboard, right? That's great. We've all identified who the perverts are. What if I said God and your wife approves, right? Whoa. Disease-free guarantee. Come on. Come on. You know you want it. Yes, it's really no charge. You look at those things and you say, okay, I know this is ridiculous, right? But this is marketing. This is how your humans are thinking. They're thinking of why not to do it. So many times when you have a strong headline like this, you want to then have supporting benefits, right? Or the reasons why they should move forward. What about something like this? Oh, it's like there's a countdown timer. The fear of missing out. You only have 5 minutes and 59 seconds to take action. Oh, I just saw, is there a glitch? Is the server working okay? Because it looks like it's going down. All right, I'll make it easy for you. What's it going to be? A, B, or C? You need to pick one. Keep it, just don't say it out loud. Just keep it in your brain, okay? Play along at home, okay?
All right.
What if I said this? Well, most people choose B. Does that change your mind? Why do e-commerce sites and why do marketers do this? It's because we as humans, we will do what other people around you are doing, and it indicates how you should behave. Hey, everyone chooses B, and then you see that a lot on Amazon and other shopping carts, and you can use the same strategy when people, if there's choices to be made, just tell them, just give them a little nudge. Hey, B is going to give you a good time. That's it. Oh, we're out of here.
Yeah, I see that.
Down. Look at all those A's in the chat. I can't believe it. Perverts. Holy cow.
You know, when you say B, I feel like that's actually like what means a lot of pricing pages. It says the most popular. It's always the center one, right? Is that, you know, kind of the concept that's going on there? Why people choose B, because we just focus directly in the middle.
It's just a matter of you give the human a little nudge. They're not sure, right? Maybe there's similar colors, similar sizes, right? And you recommend it. That's also going to be a benefit to sell something. Let's say you're overstocked on black purses. Well, if you say most people chose the black purse, guess what happens suddenly? Your black purse sales go up.
Got it. Love it. All right.
Or the 9-inch silhouette heels too. That, you know, you can sell some more of those if you want.
All right, guys, let's get right into our roast. We had a viewer actually that submit their Google business profile here by Casey. If you guys want to pull it up, he wants to rank for sell my house fast with the city name. So
Yeah, Jordan, you want? I could do it.
You want to pull it up since you have your screen?
Let's go. We're gonna click. Oh, what other people do when they're naughty. They're choosing B.
All
All right.
right.
Sell my house fast in Chino. Jordan, did you want to chat more on the GMB side? I know I kind
I
of
mean, he's
explored.
ranking pretty well in Chino, so
Yeah.
I think if it's, I mean, this is a pretty interesting niche. There's
Very competitive
it's
for
a lot of
sure.
lead generation. It's a lot
Yeah.
of, it's very competitive. You know, if he's looking for covering the whole area, you know, it's something he may want to look at, maybe getting some additional locations, if he's able to. You know, if he's going to cover the entire Simi Valley, for example, I mean, it's depending on some of the keyword, it's really going to come down to you know, the branding and things like that.
One of his concerns was, should he drop Chino? Because that's, you know, he's just too niche specific in that area, and he actually has a true different address than
Yeah, I think he's
Chino,
in
California.
Diamond Bar. He's not even actually in Chino.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're wanting to focus on Chino, then I mean, keep it. But I mean, it's you're gonna want to focus on, you know, the whole area. That you probably want to drop the city.
Yeah. Part of, you know, like what we love to do is if you were to get GBPs like in these other cities, then your Chino location, which let's just say it's here, that connects right off of your website. And then you would do the same thing. So you'd have different geo hubs, different GBPs to make that work. Now, it can be, you know, a little gray hat, black hat, depending, but you can also get legit offices and make that work for sure.
Yeah, I think it's running off of his homepage, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so I would probably kind of switch that over to more like an internal page.
He never changed. Yeah, he never changed his address. I mean, would it hurt? Would it kind of mess up his rankings if he did change his address? Because he said, you know, he.
I mean,
is on.
he's in Diamond Bar, and for
Yeah.
Chino, he's ranking. I haven't checked what it is for Diamond Bar.
If we dive in deeper, like onto the site itself, you know, in general, there's just sort of you're a realtor, you're selling $500,000 $1 million homes, right? There are a lot of people who do this fast cash, right? Buying and selling. So to really elevate the conversion, you have to elevate the trust. You look at this, and what would be one of Lambo's rules is, if this is the largest text, then my eye is going to go here. But he really is saying some good information up here. So there might be a smarter way of putting that together. There's also a way too that people will give up their email address, but they may not want to give you a phone number. So I would even test not doing phone numbers. There's also a sneaky way to try to collect a phone number without doing it on a form. Overall, the information's very straightforward. It's nice to see that, you know, he does call out on a Google review. There's no scrolling back and forth. You know, this is Casey. This is great. Real people. I love to see this, right? Like, this all seems legit. Yeah, it could be more professional on the user experience, but the information is there. And I would not doubt that one of the main questions people have is, how does it work, right? Well, he kind of addresses that further down the page. So, and then of course, as you notice, that how it works just gets lost in the navigation. People have to go back up to it. Probably addressing how it works a little bit sooner would definitely help. Keep in mind, in this fast-paced, you know, I don't want to say scammer type industry, but all of this stuff could be complete horseshit, right? You can type anything you want on the site. It would definitely be good, Casey, to have like a link right directly to your GBP or where you have reviews, so
Yeah.
that people can really go in deeper. Jordan, any thoughts on
Yeah,
this?
because I
I'm
think
just-
the link that says, see more reviews, these are all coming from Google Business anyways. I would rather like just send everything directly to them. You can actually embed some of these reviews directly on the page. Like if you go to the reviews page, it's just /reviews. You can embed your actual reviews on here, so it just kind of adds a little bit more.
So these are
Is
they're
these
just screenshots.
pictures? Is that what he has? His pictures? Yeah.
Yeah, they're just screenshots, which is okay, but I'm just something to kind of add a little bit more trust. I mean, but overall, I mean, he's doing a pretty good job. His homepage basically is his geo hub for that main
Yeah.
location, and he lists all the cities, the interlinks to all the cities that he services. So I think he does a pretty good job there in general. Let me take a
And
look.
you want to quickly gain trust, and if people call or text you, great, right? And your GBP says you're open 24 hours a day. Maybe. But if people really went a little bit deeper, you do have these additional links down here, and even social. Well, sadly, this YouTube channel is dead. This Facebook page, last post was
22
years ago.
Yeah.
2.5 years ago. The blog is not, it's again a little weak. The nice thing is, he is pulling. So this is the Riverside page. He does organically rank, but not the map, right? You just can't push the map that far into Riverside. So he's probably doing some other additional SEO. But if you really look, this is an H1, right? Sell your house fast in Riverside. He's got another H1. That's fine. This is a competitive market. You have 2 H1s. Flat out says buy houses in Riverside. So
He had a question about like he'd rather have sell your houses fast in California on his homepage. I mean, what were your thoughts on that? Because right now it's pretty specific on, I believe it says sell your house fast in Chino. He's thinking about
Yeah,
in
because
California.
he basically has used his homepage as his Chino location. So I mean, you start changing a bunch of stuff. I mean, I would kind of leave it where it's at.
Okay.
I wouldn't start changing stuff to an internal page because he's already getting some decent rankings just from the homepage and just how everything's laid out.
He's also saying that like his actual place on the map is a random city, not even his physical location.
I didn't.
It's a random. He knows that his map on GBP is in a random city. So I'm guessing that's not Chino, where you're.
It's in Diamond Bar.
Can you zoom in maybe on that little flag to see where? Is there? Where's that area?
So I'm logged in. Oh, I think you might be saying that.
Is that in the mountains?
Maybe someone moved the flag on him.
Yeah, it could have been. Looked like it could have been moved to just.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty minimal. I wouldn't worry about it. I mean,
he doesn't publish an address. People don't go to his location.
Yeah. Sometimes it airs out when you do like a service business. So I wouldn't touch it. It's not a huge deal, but sometimes it does kind of move things around. There was a big bug that happened a few years ago when like all the service businesses were showing like in the Pacific Ocean or like in Kansas City. So, stuff like that. It's pretty minor. I wouldn't worry about it.
All right. Guys in the audience, have any questions? Ask them now. If you have anything, but anything else that we want to say about Casey's GMB?
Yeah, he's doing a good job. I mean, keep it up. Definitely look at. I'm curious to see kind of what his insights are too. What the traffic is like and engagement's like. But I'd say overall, I mean, he's put a persona and a self brand on there too. So.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah. He's obviously branded within Anaheim and SoCal. husband, wife,
Oh, yeah.
the kids, the family. That's what people want to see, right? I want to do business with this guy. Smart too, that, the actual link, you might have noticed, it was the brand here. It went then, of course, to the about page. That all works. Don't overlook too the power of any kind of a link in here that you could maybe link to maybe your secondary market, like you could link over to Riverside. But you must be up to something a little bit on the SEO side. You've had some traffic boost for sure. This is a SEM rush, where this typically happens, right? You get activity, you're getting maybe, buying traffic, getting the links and growing, but your UX is a little bit weak. And so Google's obviously has dropped off a little bit on your organic. It is nice though to see the traffic's growing. You're in a competitive market. There's no doubt about it. So just keep it going, like JP said.
It looks like he's ranking really well for a commercial intent and
Yeah.
those keywords that he's.
The harder thing would be trying to get your brand, Casey, right, in those brand searches. And that's why, roadside signs and bus stop signs and any kind of things that you can just get people, in that activity, that'll help.
All right. Love it. That's all we actually have for today, guys. I mean,
I think there's a question about our Valentine's special. We'll probably just make the coupon code Valentine's, right?
Yeah, and Jordan, I looked. We've got 2 openings for Trident, so I think we'll do 25% off, and we can let 2 people in. We kind of want to control who's in, just so that we can give you guys good support, good information. Remember, in the Trident rank method, you guys can ask us questions anytime. So, like, we're at your full disposal. We will look at things and assist you.
And
look for that. It'll be the coupon code would just be Valentine's with an S, so plural. We'll probably get that set up by tomorrow.
You spell that Times or Tines?
Valentine's.
And what's the website that they can go to?
It's tridentrankmethod.com.
All right. Love it. Great episode, guys. Until next week. We'll see you next time.
Hey, GBP roast. GBP roast. Sorry, you in danger. Right now, I gotta flame you. This is GBP roast. GBP roast on your Google business profile. It's about to go down. We roasting and reacting. We ain't come to play. 20 years in SEO. JP, Lambo, and Dre. Bringing facts and guests. Oh, yeah, we bring the dopeness. Welcome to the show. Hope your profile don't get roasted.